So I ran from the color blue for such a long time that I decided to do a blue smoky eye. I did this very intense look. Blue is my least favorite eyeshadow color, so I wanted to challenge myself. Since this is a very intense look, I started with my eyes. I started by priming my lids with concealer. My first shade was the Amsterdam shade from the NikkieTutorials palette, which I applied with a pencil brush. This is a Morphe M149 brush. Basically, I applied this shade up to my crease level, and only in my outer corner you can see how it lifts my eye. Then I decided that I should do my lower lash line in the beginning as well, so I primed it with a little bit of concealer, and then I applied the blue shade just in my outer corner. Then I took the baby blue from the palette and I attempted to blend the shade, but I realized that it's a little bit too light and it doesn't show up, so I mixed it with a little bit of that dark blue again and I blended with that little mixture. And this is a Morphe M506 brush, by the way. I also took the lighter shade of blue that I did up to my crease level, so I have a little bit of color in my crease as well, and I did a little extension in my outer corner. I created kind of like a V shape with the eyeshadows. After blending, I realized that I toned down a little bit of that dark blue, so I reapplied it to bring back the intensity of the shadow. On my lid, I decided to go for shimmers. I took them from the Saharan 2 by Juvia's Place. In the center of my lid, I applied the darker shimmer blue, which I applied with my finger because I realized that it's more vibrant that way. And in the inner portion, I went for the lighter blue. Because I wanted the look to be more sparkly, I took the Stone Vibes palette by Urban Decay and applied the blue shimmer with my fingers, and then I had to blend the edges so the look is a little bit more blended, I guess. Then I wanted to intensify my lash line and I took the Revolution gel liner. It's a black gel liner which I applied at the base of my lashes, and I made it thicker as it reaches my outer corner so I can lift my outer corner visually with it. And then I started blending because I wanted it to be very diffused into the blue shades. So basically I took the dark blue and went a little bit over the outer corner. I applied a little bit of that gel liner on my lower lash line as well, just in my outer corner, and then again I blended it. I then went in with a little bit of mascara on my top lashes, and I also lined underneath my lashes so I don't see my skin color there, and then I applied some falsies as well. My eyes were almost done at this point, so I moved on to the face. I primed the center of my face with the Beauty Blender primer just so it smooths out my pores, and then I did my usual Fenty Hydrating Longwear foundation mixture. I basically mixed 2 shades of that so I get my right shade, and I blended that in with my sponge. Then I contour my face with a brow pencil. This is the Goof Proof by Benefit in the shade 3.5. If you have not tried this trick, you should try it, it's amazing. Then I obviously had to blend that. I used a small dense brush from Nail Techniques and I blended my contour upwards. On my jawline I blended downwards just so it creates a sharper jawline. I also like to contour underneath my nose so it looks a little bit more lifted, and obviously I contour my forehead as well because it needs some contouring. Then I concealed my under eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer and I blended that in with the same sponge. And as usual, I did set my under eyes with my sponge. I do love that trick lately. Then I applied a little bit more of that darker blue on my lower lash line and I also lined my waterline. Going back to the face, I wanted to add some warmth with my Dior nude bronzer, and then I used a blush as well from the Sigma Blush Cheek palette. For highlighter, I went with my usual e.l.f. baked highlighter in the shade Moonlight Pearls. You know how much I love this one, and I do like to highlight my cheekbones as well as the entire center of my face basically. For my inner corner, I wanted to go for something a little bit more vibrant, so I went back to my NikkieTutorials palette and picked the white shade from the palette. For the lips, I used a brown, nudish brown lip pencil and I lined my lips with it. And then I realized that I forgot to add mascara on my lower lashes, so I did that before I forgot again. In the center of my lips, I went for a lighter nude and I blended that with my fingers. And this is the finished look. I really hope you like how it came out. Thank you so much for watching today's video and I hope I'll see you in my next one. Bye!